looking live at the Lock and Mason Barfield Court on the campus of Clayton State University. It's Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network this afternoon. The Newberry Wolves come tomorrow to take on the Clayton State Lakers. I'm Todd Cordelone, my broadcast partner, David Jones. And David, Clayton State is 0-3. The season is young, and the Lakers are coming off a tough loss to Florida Southern, 198 here at the LAC on Tuesday, down by 69-48, 21 points in the second half. Great effort for Clayton State to come back, but fell a little bit short.
Yeah, they fell a little bit short, but it was one of those situations where they showed a lot of heart, determination coming back. It didn't look well at first when they were down 23, but once they warmed up and started hitting from outside, they showed what type of team they're going to be in this upcoming season.
Talking to the coach earlier in the week, he said, they allowed 60 in the first half to Florida Southern and only 40 in the second. They turned up the defense. That was a positive to me, that they played much better defense in the first half than they did the second. The second half much better than the first.
Yeah, I would like to assume if they can keep that same momentum from the second half of the Florida Southern game, where they played really good defense in the second half, they held down that sizzling three-point shooting for Florida Southern in the first half, and that's what brought them back in the game when they were able to lock it down, and they were able to hit some threes themselves to get back into that game.
There's no doubt about it. The three-point defense was much better. Also, let's talk about the bench points. Clayton State had 47 to 18 for the Mocs. That's what really got them back in the basketball game. This team is deep off the bench, and it's a lot better off the bench than it was a year ago.
I really feel the bench for Clayton State is going to be the key this year. The starting five had some really good players, but the bench is starting to show a lot of improvement from last year, and I think that's going to be the big key for Clayton State to be able to make a big run in the Peach Belt Conference this year.
And head coach Vince Alexander also said when talking to me earlier in the week that, our points in the paint, we were outscored, but when we get Jalen Shaw back, that should turn around. We'll see if it turns around starting today.
Absolutely. That's a situation where Shaw is basically looked at as a D2 All-American, and he provides that big boost in the paint for Clayton State. So, like you said, we'll see how that turns out this game.
Only 7 turnovers for Clayton State in the 198 loss. A, that tells you we took care of the basketball good, and B, the decisions were much better, especially in the second half.
Well, that goes with the leadership of Kobe Johnson and Brian Coffey. They did an excellent job as being floor generals, and that's a situation where that leadership, that upperclassman leadership with both of them, that leads to those few turnovers that we're talking about.
Well, what was remarkable, if I read you the stats, that Clayton State shot 54% from the field, 61 from three, and 83% from the free throw line, you would think they would have won the game, but their opponent, Florida Southern, shot 56%, 50 from three, and 75% from the line, and it was better in the second half, but the first half, like we said, the defense was lacking.
Definitely. And, as we were talking about earlier, the key to that game was Florida Southern shot the lights out in the first half. My goodness, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was close to 70% shooting percentage.
You're close. It was 63% in the first half. Unbelievable. It felt like 70.
And that was the difference in the game right there.
It was.
Because once they cooled off, they had shot so well in the first half, and once Clayton State was able to get back into that game, it was just a big deficit. Too much a deficit to get back into the game.
Let's go back to the bench. And speaking of the bench, Xavier Joyner was just magnificent. He got his first action of the season.
Yes.
He had 18 points in 17 minutes and 46 seconds. Perfect from the field, 8 of 8. Perfect from three-point line. You'll see him come off the bench today. He's a good one.
Xavier provides a big boost to this Clayton State team. Running that offense, coming off the bench after Brian Coffey, He does an excellent job. He did an excellent job last year as well, and that leadership he's providing is going to give that boost that Clayton State needs to go with the big fella.
Meanwhile, the Newberry Wolves got their first win of the season at Converse University, 68-56. Day McCullum led the Wolves with 20 points and 7 rebounds. Newberry had 40 points from their bench. They had 19 points off turnovers, and that was the difference in that one. A very opportunistic team out of the South Atlanta Conference, the SAC. They score 65 a game, and they allow 68. Real quick, we've got about a minute before I do the lineups. What is Clayton State going to have to do to slow them down?
Well, the key for Clayton State in this game is being able to feed the ball down low and get a good physical presence and score in the paint. That's going to be a big difference right there. If they can do that, they should be in good shape.
No doubt about it. And can't wait for this one to get started. It's been a busy day here at Clayton State. It's the Clayton State Classic. Game 1 was earlier today between Manual and Georgia College. The Georgia College Bobcats won it 73-71 on 2 free throws with 1 second left in overtime by Richard Crawford. And if this one's as good as that one, buckle up. It's going to be a great day here on the campus of Clayton State University. It's almost time for tip-off for Lakers basketball. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Is introducing the starting lineups here between Clayton State and Newberry. We'll go ahead and give ours over the air. For Newberry, starting at guard, Malik Joseph, Andrew Robinson, and Drake Downs. The forwards are Caleb Bird and Malachi Stremlaw. For Clayton State, for your Lakers, starting at guard, Kobe Johnson, Travis Harper, Christian Chambers, and Baki Lecky. Ricardo Saams will be the forward today for Clayton State, and 4 guards and 1 forward. And you know, let's go back and talk about Clayton State defensively before the tip-off here, David. To me, let's see if they can set that tone, because I think it's critical for them to win this game.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things for Clayton State is going to be rebounding as a team. One of the downsides from the last game was Florida Southern was able to rebound aggressively last game. So we're going to have to see Clayton State step up and rebound. Another key will be Wes Williams coming off the bench, the 6'9" forward. He'll have to do a good job of rebounding as well.
Yes, no doubt about it. Bench play has been really critical for Clayton State. As you see, the man in the middle, Jalen Shaw, he's got his uniform on. He has that look like he's going to play today.
Yeah, it looks that way. And that'll give Clayton State a big boost with the big fella being able to play.
There's no doubt about it. We need the man in the middle. It's critical for us to win basketball games with a man in the middle. So we'll go ahead and take a break. Tip-off is next. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Newberry Wolves on the floor. Game 2 of the Clayton State Classic. Your Lakers take on the Newberry Wolves. Should be a good one. Newberry in black, they'll move to my right. Clayton State in their home whites, they'll move to my left. As Downs will take the tip against Saams for Clayton State. We're underway, and they have the basketball. Streamload just gave it over there to Bird. Now they'll drive and baseline and lose the ball underneath, and picked up there by Lecky, and here comes Clayton State and Saams. Saams looks like he's playing a little more of a guard position than forward today. Johnson with a basketball over to Chambers left side. Chambers with a bounce pass over to Saams.
As well as Newberry is going to run a four-guard offense.
Kobe Johnson for three. They lead it 3-0 to the Lakers on the three ball from Johnson. They'll swing it around. Here's Streamlow going to the basket off the glass, no good. Rebound by Saams. Saams with it over to Kobe Johnson, who led the game off with a three. Here's Christian Chambers with it, being guarded by Robinson. Chambers with a basketball, 15 on the clock, 18 at 58 to go in the first half. Lakers up 3-0. They'll hand it off. There's Harper. Harper with a jumper, no good. Defended there by Streamlow, and they'll bring it up. Joseph with a basketball. What do you see so far?
So far, I'm looking at they're both matching up in a straight man. It's going to be interesting to see what Newberry does as they work their offense. Three ball goes up.
There's another three ball, and that's an air ball by Robinson. They got the rebound. Robinson got it back. Dribble driving here is Bird off the glass, no good. We're going to get a whistle.
And as we talked about earlier, rebounding is going to be key for Clayton State. They're going to have to rebound as a team.
That foul was on Chambers, his first, team first for Clayton State. Going to the free throw line is Bird for Newberry, Caleb Bird. Malden, South Carolina native, freshman, went to Malden High School. That first one's no good. Caleb Bird shooting 1 for 2 at the free throw line in this young season. And now he's 2 for 3, and he averages 7 points a game. He has Newberry on the board. It's 3-1, Lakers leading it. Here's Harper with a basketball over to Saams. Saams will get it to Chambers, being guarded there by Bird. There goes Chambers left side, stop and pop, no good off the glass, tipped and kept there by Newberry, and they'll bring it up. Well, Bird. Here's a three ball by Joseph, that's good. That perimeter defense, we talked about it.
And there's a quick timeout. One of the things that's going to be interesting, it looks like Newberry wants to get out and get on the run, so transition D is going to be important for Clayton State.
There's no doubt about it. 4-3, Newberry leading over Clayton State. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Clayton State leading it, Newberry leading over Clayton State 4-3, 17 and 54 to go in the first half. Here's Chambers with a basketball. He'll get it over to Ricardo Saams. There's Baki Lecky. Now to Harper. Here's Saams on the dribble drive, stop and pop, and that's good.
Great move by Saams on the jump stop. Is able to get under control and convert on that one.
Here's Bird with it, right side, being guarded by Chambers. Bird with it, spinning and turning, no good. Rebound, still loose. Grabbed by Chambers, and now he gets it up quickly to Harper. Here's Harper going in, he'll kick it back out. Three ball, Saams thought about it, but now he'll shoot a floater, and that's up and good. Saams has got the hot hand.
Yeah, Ricardo Saams looking impressive, being aggressive, going to the basket and able to convert. Doesn't look like Newberry has a shot blocker to be able to stop him.
We'll see if now Streamlow with the basketball. 7-4 Lakers lead it. There's a long three ball. That's no good.
No good.
Rebound still loose, kept alive, and grabbed by Downs. Great job by Downs on the board. There's another three ball. That's no good by Robinson. And Saams a rebound, and he tried to get it to Kobe Johnson, and it went out of bounds. So the Lakers want to push it up, too, when they get a chance.
Yeah, definitely. The Lakers are definitely looking to get the ball up the court. They're looking to get this game above 70, definitely.
And Clayton State averaging well over 70 points a game on the season. Let's see, the Lakers are averaging 83, but unfortunately they're giving up 95. So here's Bird with it, 7-4, 16 and 33 to go in the first half. Robinson now with it, pass is intercepted. Here comes Clayton State on the break. There's that guy Joyner. Great pass to Saams, he'll lay it in.
Saams is on fire so far with 6 of the 9 points.
He's taking it inside aggressively, and if you're a Clayton State fan, you want to see that all day long. Streamlow now with the basketball. He's spinning and turning up and in. Nice move by Streamlow. Wow.
Nice move. Definitely nice move there.
Malachi Streamlow, sophomore from Traverse City, Michigan. Cane Bay High School. Now here's the three-point shot there, and it's good. Ricardo Saams is on fire.
Saams, 9 points early.
Get it down to Downs, kick it back over to Boyd. One bounce pass, and I'll tell you what, Xavier Joyner, his play has been tremendous. We talked about it in the pregame as they take a timeout here. We can talk about it for a minute. Talk about Xavier Joyner on each end of the floor. He's been tremendous.
Xavier's been one of those key players. He initially had been coming off the bench, but he got to start today, and he's one of those guys with a pesky defense that always gives Clayton State a shot in the arm with that type of defense he plays because he's able to cause turnovers.
He is, and 12-9, Clayton State off to a good start over Newberry. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Clayton State off to a fast start, 15 and 36 to go in the first half. They lead it 12-6, and Ricardo Saams has 9 of them. And what a start for him, and to be able for him to go to the basket consistently and also pull up and make a nice three ball.
Absolutely. He's showing that versatility, which is definitely going to be a big strength for Clayton State.
Shepard with a basketball. Saams on him. He's going to the rack, and that's blocked by Saams. What a great block. Good positioning. Here's Joyner with a basketball. Three ball. Oh, just missed it there. Did Kobe Johnson, and they grab it, and here they come up with it. Here's Bedford with a basketball right side, being guarded by Joyner. Now they'll get it over there to Shepard, left side. Bounce down by Brown. Good bounce pass by Brown, spinning and turning, and good move there. What a move by McCollum, and he's their leading scorer. We talked about him in the pregame. Kobe Johnson.
Nice impressive move there.
It was indeed. Very much so. Here's Joyner with it. Over to Kobe Johnson. Three ball, no good. Grabbed there by Brown. Good block out by Brown. 8-12, Clayton State leading it. Here's Brown with it, and he'll one bounce it down there to McCollum. McCollum with a jump hook, and that's impressive.
Nice, impressive.
It's all about positioning, isn't it?
Getting a good established position down low. Took his time. He got a nice jump hook on that one.
12-10, Kobe Johnson with a basketball. The Lakers lead, and they almost turned it over there. Joyner saved that. Tried to get it to Saams. Now they do turn it over, and Bedford will pick it up. Bedford coming across the timeline. Three ball, and that's no good there by Brown, and Clayton State has it. Here come the Lakers. Here's Joyner going to the rack, up and off the glass, too strong, but he's fouled.
Joyner again being aggressive, going to the basket as he gets fouled.
It was Jalen Johnson from Sumter, South Carolina. His first foul, as you'll see. Xavier Joyner go to the line. He made the first one. It's 13-10 Clayton State. That was Xavier Joyner's first free throw attempt of the season. He leads Clayton State in the scoring at 18, coming off the bench.
Listen, and that type of style, they're going to need that type of spark coming off the bench. Missed the second one, and as we look at this, it's going to be interesting to see as Newberry runs their offense. Looks like they're running that 1-4 set.
There's a three ball there by Johnson, and Jalen Johnson ties this game up. Clayton State having trouble with the press. Weinmunson got it across, and Bedford's on him. 13 all, 13 and 30 to go in the first half. Harper with a basketball. Got it over to Joyner. Joyner with it. Xavier Joyner looking down low. Got it to the man in the middle, Jalen Shaw. Good to see him back. He's spinning and turning. Nice shot. Oh, he almost got it to go. That's the part that's missing in Clayton State's game, and now it's here.
Absolutely. If they can feed the big fella down low and he can wheel and deal with those post moves, there'll definitely be a big difference for Clayton State. This is what was missing in the Florida Southern game.
I'll tell you what, double-doubles are huge in basketball. He averaged 14 as his first free throw went in, 14 and 10 last year on the boards. And this is a double-double machine when he stays out of foul trouble.
Absolutely, absolutely. He will be one of the premier players in the Peach Belt Conference this year.
Second one is no good. They tip it up and almost good there. Travis Harbor almost got it to go. It's 14-13, Lake Show leading it here. Brown with it, being doubled here by Harper and Weinmunson. Brown going to the rack. He had to travel there. It got caught right on his buttocks, and he couldn't wrap it around. Did they call a foul there? They did.
Looks like they called a foul before the travel.
They sure did. Interesting there. Called on Wes Williams, the junior from Columbus, Ohio, transfer from St. Leo University. And I thought he traveled before, but kind of tough to tell.
With Williams coming in the game, Williams at 6'9" has a good.
What a play by Xavier Joyner. My goodness, now Harper has it. Weinmunson helps save it too, but what a hustle play by Xavier Joyner. And here comes Brown with it. He'll drive to the rack, and it's no good. Weinmunson will grab the rebound. Clayton stayed up by one. Here's Joyner with it, and he's too big of a hurry there. He just lost it. Now we go end to end. Here's Brown with it. Alley-oop, and good play there. Way to put that in there by McCullum, and you saw his athletic ability and to be able to, with touch, to be able to put that off the glass.
McCullum with 6 points so far, looking impressive.
He's their leading scorer. Here's Weinmunson. He had it taken away from Bedford. We do have a whistle here, and it's going to be on Weinmunson, no doubt about it. Bryce responded. Louisiana native is going to pick up his first foul.
I noticed that Clayton State's missing. It looks like Coffey won't be playing today, and they're going to miss him with his leadership on the floor.
Right, Coffey will be back tomorrow, I've been told. So anyway, Bedford with a basketball, 15-14. Newberry leads it. They get it down low to McCullum. McCullum, and that's bounce pass to Johnson, and knocked away. There's going to be a timeout. So 11:59 to go in the first half. Newberry leads it over Clayton State 15-14. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. So Clayton State down by 1, 15-14, 11:59 to go in the first half. Saams with 9 for Clayton State. McCollum 6 for Newberry, as Newberry will inbound the basketball. Will Bird. And Bird will get it there to Brown, and Brown will pick it up. 14 on the shot clock. Kobe Johnson to come out and get him. They'll give it to Bird now, and he'll swing it around. That was Shepard that came out and get it. There's a 3-ball, and that's good. Oh, Brown there with a 3-ball. Malik Brown, he's from the Bahamas. Wow. Southside Christian School.
They went into a 2-3 on that last possession, and looks like Newberry was able to capitalize off that zone defense.
Here's the man in the middle, Shaw with a basketball. He'll kick it back out to Kobe Johnson. 3-ball there by Williams, no good. Grab there by Bird, and they'll bring it up. 11:15 to go in the half. Newberry up 18-14. There's a turnover. Harper got it over there to Wes Williams, and they bring it up. Here's Weinmunson going all the way to the basket. No good. It was short. Grabbed there by Bird, and they come back up with it real quick. Here's Bird with it. They're up by 4 is Newberry. And Clayton State defensively trying to lock down here. Spinning and turning on the man in the middle there. Nice shot. Good play there by McCollum. Good move and good feet.
McCollum, once again, is able to get established in the post and is very effective.
Weinmunson got it up to Kobe Johnson, over to Williams. Now over to Weinmunson, back over to Williams, and he'll flip it over to Kobe Johnson, right side. 14 on the shot clock, Weinmunson with it. Now they get over to Wes Williams. Wes Williams got it down to Shaw. Shaw's tied up, and they turn it over. McCollum with a basketball. They get it up to Shepard. Shepard going in, and he scores. So big lead here for the Wolves now. They're up by 8. Here comes spinning and turning is Kobe Johnson, and is he fouled? I believe that's what they're going to call. We'll see.
So it looks like what Newberry's doing off the Clayton State's trying to feed it down low. Newberry's going to go ahead and double the big guy every time he gets it.
So the foul was on Brown, his first, team third. First free throw there by Kobe Johnson is good, and Kobe Johnson coming into this one, second leading scorer for Clayton State at 17 a game. He's 8 out of 10. Now he's 9 of 11 on the free throw line, and solid play by Kobe Johnson. Now it's 22-15, and the second one is good, 22-16. 10-5 to go in the first half. Now Bird with a basketball left side. Joyner on him. Now Shepard has it. Now McCollum. McCollum passes to Shepard. They do get it in the corner to Bird. Bird will let it fly. That's no good. Rebound by Shaw. Boy, that was kind of careless by Shaw, but he got it up to Chambers, and now Chambers loses it, and here's McCollum, and McCollum gives it to Seals, and Seals missed it. There, Shaw was able just to make it just enough for him to miss. Here's the break. Saams, he'll get it there to Joyner. He missed the bunny, but he's fouled. And that foul is on Bird. Let me see how many he has. That's his first, team fourth. Each team really moving the ball up and down the floor. Who do you think has the advantage in that?
I would say right now it's about even because both of them are getting out, and it looks like that's what they really want to do. Again, both of them are going with a 4-man set, so looks like an even matchup from that perspective. I think the difference will be if Shaw can be able to get loose on the post, because it looks like McCollum is established himself well for Newberry.
Joyner making 2 free throws. He made them both. It's 9:20 to go in the half, 22-18. Newberry lead, and oh my goodness, he tried to slam it through the gym to Shepard, and he missed it, and fortunately for Clayton State, it'll be their basketball, and now Saams will inbound it. He has 9 so far. Here's Kobe Johnson with it, and huge break for Clayton State. I mean, there's no way about that. Right, Chambers over to Shaw. This is not Shaw's spot. He spins and turns as a big man. He missed it, and it's tipped in. Who tipped it in? Ricardo Saams did. He's got 11. Telling White, Saams their delay. So, heard the official yell White 44. 22-20, Saams now has 11 points. 8:56 to go in the first half. Lakers are down by 2. Here's Berg with a basketball. Joyner on him right side. Now he'll take a pick from McCollum. McCollum will get it back. This McCollum matchup with Bird is really interesting.
Yes, it is. A great move by T.J. Brown. That puts him at 7 for the game.
Brown with 7, 24-20. Newberry leading. Here's Chambers with a basketball to the other side. Joyner will kick it back out. Saams will stop and pop, and it's good, and he's got 13. Ricardo Saams is on fire. He's keeping Clayton State in this thing at 24-22. 8-12 to go in the first half. There's McCollum backing down Shaw with a jump hook. Rebounded by Shaw, and Shaw's presence is really needed in this game. If we didn't have him, McCollum would have his way.
Yes, they are. They both are going at it.
There's a floater, and it's good there by Xavier Joyner's little bunny floater there.
Yes,
nice-looking shot.
Joyner providing that spark as we talked about earlier in the game.
24, tied at 24, 7 and 40 to go in the half. They'll bounce into McCollum. He'll have to go back and get it. Knocked away by Shaw, but McCollum goes to the basket. Do they call that foul on Shaw? They do. That's his first, correct? That's one thing we talked about, is he's going to have to stay out of foul trouble for Clayton State to have a chance in these games when they're playing really big teams and players like McCollum, because if not, Clayton State's in trouble size-wise. We'll take a timeout. We'll talk about when we come back. 7:35 to go in the first half, tied at 24. This is Clayton State basketball, Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Welcome back to the Lock here. This is the Clayton State Classic. Todd here along with David. And David, you know, getting Shaw back is huge on each end of the floor for Clayton State.
And getting Shaw back on the floor is definitely a huge advantage for Clayton State. With this being the first action for him this season, you know, we're going to expect the big fella to work himself back into that premier, you know, established shape that he's accustomed to being in, and it's just taking the time to get him the ball and be able to establish himself down low. But I think he'll definitely make a bigger difference in the second half as well.
Day McCollum at the line, he missed the first one. And Day now 9 of 16 from the line this season, averaging 15 a game, and that one's good. And Newberry now leads 25-24, 7:35 to go in the half. And there's a difference in being shape than in basketball shape.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's one of those things. It's just a matter of him getting a feel for getting back into the game, and those in-game reps are really big for him.
Shaw with it, baseline. Still with a basketball. He was guarded there by Downs. Well, they got it down low. Downs is long and lanky, isn't he? 6 on the shot clock there by Xavier Joyner. That's no good, but the Lakers get a fresh clock, and there's Saams. And oh my goodness, if he'd have made that one, he was on fire. He missed it though, and grabbed there by Robinson, and they'll bring it up. They're up by 1, 6:55 to go in the first half. Here's Joseph with a basketball. They'll get it over there to Shepard. Shepard got it down low, and he got it back on a give and go, and what a pass, but that's tipped in. Great. We've got to box out better there. That's just that simple.
That's a situation that, you know, without Shaw in the game, they have to rebound as a team. We talked about that earlier. When Shaw is out of the game, They tend to struggle to rebound as a team.
Christian Chambers with a basket, 1-point game, 27-26. Shepard with a basketball, got it down low to Downs, back over to Shepard for three, and that's no good. Clayton State will grab the rebound. Here comes Chambers with it. Chambers going to the rack, too strong. That's grabbed there by Joseph. They're playing a ton of players as Newberry. They are deep on the bench. Here's Robinson. They get it down low to Downs. Downs got it down to Streamlow. Streamlow missed the bunny. Still loose on the floor. They grab it to Streamlow, and he got it back to Joseph, and they can reset if they like. But now we're going to get a whistle, and what is it?
An injury.
We've got an injury here. Who is down for Clayton State?
Looks like that's Baki Lecky.
Is that Baki Lecky? Sure is. And Clayton State already short on the bench. They can't afford to lose anyone here. And now you're going to see Joyner come out along with Lecky and Harper and the man in the middle, Shaw, coming back in. 27-26. Newberry leads, 5:47 to go in the first half. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Wolves, who are a big basketball team. They're huge.
Yes, they are. And looking at this, it looks like Newberry wants to get up and down the floor as well. So
they have bigs that can run it.
Exactly. Don't be surprised this game gets into the 80s.
Robinson with a basketball. I will be right now, but you never know. You're right. Here's Shepard with it. Shepard going to the hole, and he scores. That's a nice move right before the shot clock buzzard came on, and boy, nice move by Shepard. And DeVario Shepard from Columbia, South Carolina, and Drahair High School, and 29-26, Wolves leave it over our Lakers. 5 and what is it going to be here in the clock? They're going to put this thing back, and they'll have a conversation here to see how much time is left in the first half. And been a tough, hard-fought game. Clayton State much better in the interior with Shaw. I mean, it's so important to have somebody with his size back.
Yes, I agree with you, and they'll have some more help coming as well.
Right.
Once they get some more of their other players that will come in as well. But Shaw has definitely added a big physical presence for them down low that they sorely needed.
Well, when they get back Keandre Jackson, he's 6'8", forward. Also, when they get back Dudley Blackwell, the transfer from Iowa State,
yes,
that'll help a lot. And we're going to get leadership back tomorrow with Brian Coffey, who's out today.
correct.
And you know, you want to be playing your best basketball in February. Right now, you want to win games. It's critical, but you got to be playing your best towards the end, and you want all your parts towards the end. So when conference season starts, that's when you're healthiest and you're playing your best.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. You know, everybody says, you know, you do want to win in November regardless, but this is the time to retool or critique what you're trying to do as a team.
The Lakers have never played Newberry before, and guess what? They've never played Emmanuel, and they'll get to play Emmanuel tomorrow. So it's really, this Classic has brought in some interesting matchups. You know, teams getting a shot to play teams for the first time.
Definitely, I agree with you, and these are 4 quality teams. As we know, Clayton State is well aware of Georgia College and State University.
Oh, yeah.
But with Emmanuel and Newberry coming, this has brought a really good, high-quality, and good competitive tournament.
So they're going to give Clayton State the basketball after the discussion with the scorers table. Saams will give it to Chambers, and Chambers will give it up to Kobe Johnson, and he'll bring it up. He's being guarded by Robinson. Takes the pick there from Saams. Saams with a hot hand so far for Clayton State. They get it down to the big man below, and what a move there by Shaw, just being able to get your body and curl it from one side to the other.
And Clayton State, they're going to need to feed the big fella, and not only this game, throughout the season. I mean, he's a very skilled player down low.
29-28, Clayton State down by 1. Here's Robinson there. He gives it over there to Joseph for a 3-ball, and this team shoots it well, 32-28. And what Jason Taylor is building here at Newberry is impressive. They only lost to FSU 74-66 in the exhibition here, and now it's over and back. The Lakers turn it over, and, you know, Taylor with 9 seasons at Anderson, 6 winning seasons, 4 NCAA tournaments, 4 20-win seasons, going 157 and 113, and that's why Newberry brought him over. And you can see the style. They love what they're playing.
Yeah, they play a nice, impressive style.
Robinson over there, stream low, spinning and turning, a go down low, jump hook, too strong. Rebounded there by Downs. He tried to tip it, no good. Grabbed by Shaw, the man in the middle, and here come the Lakers with it up quickly. Harper looked to see if he was behind the 3 line. He'll give it over there to Saams. Saams over to Harper, now over to Shaw, over to Kobe Johnson, 16 on the shot clock. Kobe Johnson now bounce it down to Shaw. Shaw spin and turn, he'll kick it back out to Saams. Saams will drive, scoop, and just missed it. Harper tried to tip it, grabbed there by Streamlow, and here they come up with it very quickly. Good pass, and oh my goodness. Downs couldn't hang on to the basketball. Drake Downs had a layup. The freshman from Simpsonville, South Carolina, Malden High School. He had an absolute layup, but he wasn't able to hang on to it, and we're taking a timeout. 3:40 to go in the first half. Lakers are down by 4, 32-28. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt. (32-28), 3:40 to go. Welcome back to the lock here in the first half. Saams has 13. McCollum has 8. There are your leader. 9? He has 9. So Kobe Johnson will bring it up. There's Harper with it left side. Shepard on him. Kobe Johnson gets it down to the man in the middle. Shaw spinning and turning and go to the basket. He'll scoop and score that. Shaw's positioning is what makes it happen at 7 foot. You're that big. You can get position.
And as we spoke earlier, very skilled on the block. Very skilled.
And he's staying out of foul trouble today, which is huge. He's staying out of foul trouble, which is huge, and he blocked it there. Saams has it right side. Kobe Johnson with it. He'll go to the rack, up and in off the glass. So now we're tied at 32, 2:55 to go in the first half.
Johnson providing that leadership that we talked about. That's 7 points for Johnson so far.
Jump hook there, no good, but rebounded by Johnson. Jump hook from McCollum, and guess who's on the boards? Xavier Joyner. He just does it all. Sam's trying to get it over in the corner. That's tipped and turned over, and Brown with it, and great job there by Newberry to read it. As you see Brown with the basketball, he got it over to Shepard right side. Now Shepard will step back 3, and that's no good. Grabbed by Saams, and he'll baseball pass it out there. By Shaw. He'll baseball pass it out to Saams very quickly. Now they'll set it up with Kobe Johnson. 32 all, 2 and 10 to go in the first half. Now Shaw's got it in the middle. He'll kick it back out. They have it right side to Johnson, to Shaw. He'll lay it off the glass again. What a nice set play.
It looks like Newberry's gotten away from double teaming that post, and he's able to get that lob, and he's converting some easy buckets.
Shaw having his way, Clayton State having their way. They lead at 34-32, 1:59 to go in the first half. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Todd Quarter here with David Jones and David. We just talked about it a second ago off the air. Shaw has 6 points, but a bigger stat to me is he only has one foul. Last season he had a lot of games with foul trouble.
Yes, you're correct. And for him to be effective and to really take Clayton State to that next level, he has to stay out of foul trouble, and he's doing a good job of that so far.
He sure is. Lakers up by 2, driving to the basket is Brown. He wasn't able to get it. He gave it there to Streamlow, and he couldn't get it. And now the Lakers, just like that, are down the floor. And Harper went to the basket, and good defensive recovery there by Newberry. That was outstanding.
Yes, it was. It was great recovery, D, on Newberry's behalf.
They got back really quick. I thought Clayton State was going to get a layup there. They did. Now a baseball pass to Harper with Brown on him. Harper thought about a 3, just gave it down low to Williams. Williams too hard off the glass. That's picked up there by Bird. Here comes Bird with it. Minute and 29 to play in the half. 34-32 Lakers. Spinning and turning is McCollum, and great job there. Williams got help underneath. He got help side defense, didn't he?
Yes, and that was Harper with the block.
You know, we talked about when Shaw's not in there with Clayton State playing help side defense. Shepard with a basketball. He just got it down low to McCollum. Shaw's in there, but when he's not in there to even get that, there's is right there stepping up and floater, and no good there by Joseph, and great defense there, but they're able to get the rebound as McCollum, and he put it back, and we're tied. 1 minute to go in the first half at 34.
McCollum with 11 so far, playing tough.
He's impressive. Johnson with a basketball. Our Lakers are in a tight one. There's Williams with a basketball. He'll get it down low to Shaw. Good pass. Shaw's double teamed. They take it away from him. Here comes Bird, and Bird got it there to Shepard and slam dunk by Shepard, and now it's 36-34 off to the Lakers turnover, and I noticed that time they started doubling Shaw instead of singling him.
And as we spoke about earlier, when they got away from the doubling, Shaw was able to have his way. They're going to have to double to keep him from, doing what he's doing down low. But Shaw is actually a very good passer out of the double team as well, so they'll have to be mindful of that as well.
That foul was on Streamlow there. There's a shot there by Saams, and we've got a whistle.
Sam staying aggressive. This has been a big boost with Sam's play today.
Caleb Bird, his second foul. Saams will go to the free throw line for Clayton State. Sam's averaging 11. 5 Clayton State players are in double figures, led by Joyner. Here's the second one, and it is good. So now we're tied at 36, 23 seconds to go until the half. The shot clock is off. And here is Bird with a basketball. Bird will give it up, and they'll hold it for the last shot for sure now. As you see, Brown with a basketball, 9 to go in the half. Brown will go left side. Sam's on him. Brown one pass down low. Got it to McCollum. McCollum having issues. That's an air ball. Rebound, and that's going to be no good. That tip is no good. It's not going to count by Bird, and we're going to stay tied at the half at 36. We'll be back with some halftime comments, and then it'll be the second half. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. 36-36 tied here at halftime between our Clayton State Lakers and the Newberry Wolves. Todd Court along with broadcast partner David Jones. And David, your assessment of the first half.
First half has been interesting, and it was all about in-game adjustments. Newberry did a good job of adjusting by staying with their double team of the big fella Jalen Shaw, because when they didn't double team him, he pretty much had his way down low. So once they went into sending a second man to him to cause a little disruption, it was a little bit effective. They were able to be very effective, surprisingly, on the block with the great play of McCollum. McCollum's been very effective at the block. And, you know, it's pretty much been a back-and-forth battle, and I expect this to go down to the wire, basically.
Well, getting Shaw back, no doubt, helps Clayton State offensively and defensively. And let's take a look at the statistics in the first half. You'll see that Newberry shot 40% from three and from the field, 50% from the line, only going to the line 4 times. For Clayton State, they went to the line 8 times, 8 of 10, shot 50% from the field, 33% from three. When we look at the turnovers, Berry had 9, Clayton State had 7, which is as many as they had last game against Florida Southern. Points in the paint, much better. Newberry is up by 2. Second chance points, 7-2. Fast breaks are even. Bench and the points we talked about, points from the bench. 25-14 ahead of Berry, and Berry had 40 points from their bench last game. That's going to play a significant factor down the stretch.
And that's one point, a very critical point that you brought up. Newberry they've had mass substitutions. They've played a number of players, and these guys that have been coming off the bench have been effective as well. So I think that comes down to, it's going to play in their favor, because they're probably going to be a little bit fresher as we get down to that 5 or 6 minute mark with these mass substitutions. As we've seen, they've been subbing sometimes 4 and 5 players at a time.
Well, if you take a look at the individual statistics here for Clayton State, the leading scorer, Ricardo Saams, was 15, Jalen Shaw and Kobe Johnson was 7 apiece. Xavier Joyner with 5. For Newberry, their leading scorer is Day McCollum with 11. And then you've got Malik Joseph with 6 and DeVaro Shepard with 6. But I tell you what, the number one stat to me is Jalen Shaw only has 1 foul.
Yes.
Because last season he was in foul in a numerous amount of games.
I agree. Him staying out of foul trouble is going to be pertinent to Clayton State being effective. You know, when he's in the game, they have a totally different look with the 6'10" big man in the game.
Lead changed 5 times. We tied 5 times. We're still tied at the half at 36 between Clayton State and Newberry. And we've talked about the 3 head coaches in this tournament. Let's talk about ours and Vince Alexander, who has a phenomenal resume. It's his 2nd season here. He's taken USC Aiken to the Elite 8 twice in 2013 and 14 and the Final Four in 2014. I believe he's going to turn Clayton State around in a hurry.
I couldn't agree with you more. One of the things that Coach Alexander has he's brought a different culture to Clayton State. And with him bringing a culture here, you can see Clayton State turning around, and slowly but surely they're going to be a formidable player in the Peach Belt Conference.
Here we go, start of the second half. Saams with a basketball, the leading scorer for Clayton State in the first half. Kobe Johnson's got it. He just gave it over to Saams left side, over to Kobe Johnson, 15 on the shot clock. Kobe Johnson still with it, got to move it around. Here's Xavier Joyner, who wanted to step back 3. It wasn't there. Kobe Johnson's 3 is too strong and grabbed there by Streamlow, and here they come with it. Does Robinson and company guarded there by Lecky. Now they turn it over. Does Robinson? As soon as he threw it, he said, whoops. My guy wasn't on the other side. And Clayton State will have the basketball. Those things happen. Players are moving. Here's Johnson with it. Here's Saams with it. Left side, he'll give it over to Kobe right side. Down low, good defensive play there by Downs. He just got hit in the face. And that foul is on Jalen Shaw. That's his second. Got to keep him out of foul trouble, David.
That's number 2 on Shaw.
Streamlow will inbound the basketball. Still tied at 36 here. Bird with a basketball and Xavier Joyner on him as he brings it across the timeline right side. Joyner with it, or excuse me, Streamlow with it, Joyner on him, and Robinson got it down low. A really good move there to Streamlow. What a pass, and Streamlow, good physical ability to take it to the rack off the glass.
Streamlow with an impressive move there, and strong.
And that's Shaw's third, and already he has 2 fouls. We've just played 1 minute and 3 seconds, and he's got to come to the bench, and let's see how this game changes, David.
Absolutely.
Trying to complete the 3-point play, and that's good there for Newberry. Good there by Streamlow, and Streamlow averages 7 a contest, and now Saams with a basketball on the floor, and they tie him up. And it's going to be Newberry ball. And this is a tough interior team, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. Very scrappy.
Bird with a basketball, Joyner on him left side. 39-36, they lead it. Now bounce pass down low, strip there was Joseph. Great job Clayton State defensively there.
Definitely. Great defense by Kobe.
There's a 3 ball, and that's good. Travis Harper, and we needed that to tie it up at 3, at 39, with the 3. Here's Bird with a basketball. He'll dribble, drive, lay it off the glass, but he never had a chance. Joyner blocked him, and looks like they called the foul on Joyner. He sure did. That's his first. Team third this half, and they're really going to take it. They're going to take it to the hole without Shaw in there. Yeah. There's no question.
Definitely, I agree with you on that.
Bird made the first one.
This is where that team defense is going to become very important for Clayton State.
Caleb Bird having 7 a contest. He just made the other one in 41-39. Clayton State down by 2. Here's Kobe Johnson off the rack. That's a heck of a move there. Wow. You don't teach that, do you?
That's sheer heart and determination right there.
So that foul was on Downs. And Kobe Johnson will go to the line for Clayton State. Kobe's game has really picked up since last season. No question. He's worked hard in the offseason, hasn't he?
Definitely. And Kobe was an important piece last year, and with Coffee being out today, a lot is being expected of him.
Second one is good. Tied at 41. Robinson with a basketball, and here's Bird with it. Got it over to Brown left side. Now right side is Bird. Gave it down low, and there it is, and a good move there by Downs with a jump hook. Kobe Johnson with it for Clayton State. Now Harper has it. Gave it to Joyner at the top of the key. Now to Saams. Saams coming in and scores, and that's big for Clayton State with Shaw out, for Saams to be able to go to the basket and take that scoring load.
Saams is having one heck of a game today. The confidence is through the roof. He's going to the basket with confidence. He's going strong, and he's being very effective.
Joseph with it. He just gave it over to Streamlow. Streamlow will spin and turn, and he'll go to the basket, and he gave it to Joseph, and that's a great pass underneath. So now 45-43, Newberry leading it, 16:40 to go in the second half. Kobe Johnson with it here. You mentioned Kobe picking it up in minutes today without Brian Coffey, and here's Kobe with it. Kobe will shake and bake and shoot, and that pop that and fire that, and that's good. That's 2, and that'll tie it at 45, and not much you could do defensively with that. Bird with it left side with Joyner on him. Swinging up there to Robinson at the top. Now Downs with it. Downs with a baseball pass and a tip pass, and that goes right to Joseph. 3-ball miss, but rebound, and that's good from Downs. And now 47-45. The Wolves lead it by 2. As you see, they're making mass substitutions. 5 will come in, and 5 will come out. We'll take a timeout. Clayton State down by 2. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. (47-45), the visitors from Newberry leading this one here at the Lock. The Clayton State Classic. Todd Quarterlong with David Jones and Kobe Johnson with a basketball, and he'll bring it across the timeline for your Lakers. Right side here, Joyner has the basketball. Now he gave it up to Saams. Saams left side to Kobe Johnson. Kobe Johnson with it now right side. He's spinning, and he'll give it back to Joyner. Joyner will step back and fire. That's no good. That's rebounded there by Bedford, and they'll bring it up quickly. Bedford with it. Right side. With Joyner on him, he'll turn around and pull it out. And now Brown will have it. Brown goes to the rack and lays it off the glass. He missed the bunny. Rebounded, though. There's a shot block. Brown had a shot block, and Saams grabbed the rebound. Good interior defense there.
They will have to rebound as a team as we continue to talk about that. That's going to be very important. Very important.
So it'll be Clayton State's basketball. Down by 2. A long way to go in this one. And if it's as good as the first one, we'll go into overtime. We could have 2 overtimes. Chambers checks in. Harper checks out.
Well, to your point, I mean, earlier in the half, or the first half, there was, 5 lead changes, and it was tied at five times. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game continues to go back and forth. Nobody's really had a really big lead where they ran away with this.
Shepard on the drive, and it's out of bounds, and Weinmunson will check in, Johnson will check out, and Clayton State turned it over on the other end, and now Bedford and company will inbound the basketball as they do, and now Bedford's got it back. Bedford with it, 18 on the shot clock. Left side, the Shepard, they got it down low, spinning and turning, and losing it was McCullum, and really good defense for Clayton State. Another good sign. Saams with it. He got it from Chambers. Saams 3-ball. Good! Bam! By Ricardo Saams. Fired and filled it.
20 points.
20 points for Saams. Get that man the basketball. He just fired and filled that one. Driving to the rack and trying to lay it off the glass, and good strong move. That fouls on Chambers and on Christian Chambers, and Brown is a big boy. When he's going to the basket, he's got some agility to him.
Yes, he does.
T.J. Brown from Columbia, South Carolina, Draher High School, 6'4", 190, and he's built. He made the first one, and T.J.'s a grinder, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I'm going to bring this point up one more time. These mass substitutions may end up paying dividends for Newberry.
Wear down the opponent.
Yes, exactly.
There's the second one, and that's good. And 49-48, the guests lead it here in Newberry. Munson gives it up, dribble drive there by Joyner, and that's good and off the glass. He kissed that one off, and 50-49. 14 minutes to play here in the second half. Clayton stayed up by 1.
Joyner providing that much-needed spark.
Jumper by Ed Bedford. That's an air ball. That's out of bounds, and that'll be the Lakers basketball. And boy, Bedford like to have that one back. He was open. Just wasn't able to make it. It happens. Yeah. Wes Williams will inbound it. Munson with it. Left side. Munson in a reserve role as a freshman from Louisiana. There's a pass, and he got it over there to Joyner, and Joyner just impresses me the more I see him. That's a 2-ball, and it's 52-49.
Joyner and Saams providing that big spark for Clayton State.
Here they have it. Does Brown left side. They get it down low to McCullum. He'll spin and turn. Great job by Wes Williams to knock it away. And it'll go right to the Lakers, but it went off Joyner's foot, and you knew they were going to call that. Yeah. No way was Clayton State getting away from that, and we can't get away from a timeout. It's 52-49. The Lakers lead it. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Todd Quarter here with David Jones from the Lock. This is the Clayton State Classic. Game 1 was won by Georgia College over Emmanuel. Clayton State will play Emmanuel tomorrow, and they're playing Newberry now in 52-49. And we talked about it in the break. Newberry is 10 deep. They have no problem substituting the first unit out with a second one, and it reminds me of the Detroit Pistons back in '89 when they played 10 deep, and they subbed them in and out.
Well, the biggest thing, like you said, as we were talking about this, there's no drop-off with the next 5 that come in. And, you know, I made that statement a little bit about earlier in the second half that this may pay dividends for them.
Wear down the opponent. Yeah. Brown and Williams going at it, and guess who's got it? Chambers does. And he'll pull it out left side and give Munson a chance to get set as Bedford is on him. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Lakers. As now Saams has it. Saams got it over to Chambers, now over to Joyner. Joyner with it over to Chambers. Chambers got a pick from Saams. He won't shoot that. Now he got it back to Williams. 7 on the shot clock. You got to go. Brown's on him. Got to hurry for Chambers. Go inside. He's fouled there. That's got to be on Bedford with a push there. He didn't mean it. Yes, it's on Bedford. No question he did it. Robin Bedford, the junior from London, England. Barking Abbey School. I tell you what, Division II basketball, they're just like D1. They recruit all over the world.
Yes, they do. And what a lot of people fail to realize, and for you listeners out there that are watching, the way basketball's landscape is right now, you're seeing D2 teams knock off D1s in November and December. So it's no longer where it's a huge drop-off from D1 to D2.
That three ball's no good, and that's picked up by Streamlow, and Clayton stayed up by 3. It sure would have been nice to go in. They would have been up by 6, but no way. So Bird has it, and now Streamlow does, and Streamlow with it, and he'll bounce it down low to McCollum. McCollum off the glass, no chip, yes, by Joseph, and that's failure to box out, and Joseph made him pay.
That's going to be the Achilles heel right now. Oh.
Wow, what a move by Christian Chambers, and this kid has just been a huge spark for Clayton State this year.
The
Foul on
Columbus State, going strong to the hole and able to convert.
Foul on Malik Joseph, and 54-51 Lakers lead. And let's stay right here and talk about a player like Christian Chambers, who seems to really know his role.
Well, coming out of Augusta, the Augusta native was a very good scorer coming out of high school. He went down to Columbus State for a year and was effective there. I got a chance to see him play in the NCAA tournament last year when Columbus State made it, and he got quality minutes as a freshman. Clayton State was fortunate enough to get him out of the transfer portal, and he has a bright future for Clayton State, absolutely.
Clayton State leading at 54-51, 11 and 58 to go in this second half. We'll just stay here, and you know, you talk about this Newberry club, and you know, solid is the word that I come up with. Solid and deep.
Yes. I actually like the philosophy of going 10 deep.
Oh, I remember Chuck Daly back in the day. He sure loved it.
And then also, when you think about it, come January, February, to your point earlier, and when we talked about this, not only will they be effective, but they'll be fresh.
Quick point here as Chambers shoots the free throws. We mentioned foul trouble. Shaw had one, and immediately inside 1 minute and 3 seconds, picked up his second and third.
Yeah.
Clayton State able to take the lead and lead by 4 here with Shaw on the bench. To me, that is gigantic.
Oh, yeah. I think this is just as important for Clayton State to be able to play without Shaw.
Well, they've had 2 whole season except for a half. I mean, they needed him in that first half. He had 7 points, and that was huge. And now Newberry with a basketball. There's a jumper, and that's 3 ball, and that is good. And Malik Joseph can feel it, and they're only down by 1 with 11 and 25 to go in the second half. This is critical time here.
Yeah, Joseph's been tough. He has 7 points so far in the second half.
Williams will give it to Chambers. Chambers will stop and pop, and that's no good. That's grabbed there by Streamlow, and they'll bring it up with a chance to take the lead. Here dribbling and driving and spinning and pulling out, and Streamlow thought about a 3, and he'll just take it to Saams and score, and now they have the lead 56-55, and Joyner and Blindmunson, they're really starting to take advantage of the Clayton State reserves a little bit here. There's a jumper there by Joyner. That's no good, and the wheels are starting to fall off a little bit here. I wonder if Coach is going to get a timeout here if they score again. Here's Bird with it.
I think at some point you got to get the big fella back in.
No doubt. There goes McCollum. He missed it. Still short and grabbed again. That one's good. Wow. That was McCollum on the putback, and my goodness, now they get it down to Saams, and he scores just like that. 58-57.
Saams with 22 on the night.
Where will we be without Saams today?
Boy, that's a great question.
We would be behind, that's for sure. Bird with a basketball. It is a team game. Bird with it, bounced down low to McCollum. McCollum with a swooping long arm move on Williams, and a good one. 60-57, and the big man's getting up now. They can hear us. Bring him up. There's a 3 ball. No, just missed by Williams. And, you know, he's got a really good 3 ball. He just hasn't been able to find it.
Yeah, Williams has a good stroke.
Just hasn't found it yet this season.
Yeah. He just got to stay confident and believe in it. That's all.
Streamlow with it, and now we got a whistle. And who was that on? And was that on Streamlow? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yep, his second. So 60-57, 9-29. Let's remember that spot because Shaw is now in the basketball game. And as soon as they brought Shaw, we brought Shaw, and notice they brought in Drake Downs. And they brought out McCullum for a rest. And I can, you know why? Put a body on Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
Wine Munson here.
Move.
Right. Xavier Joyner with it, right side. Wine Munson with it, top of the key over to Joyner. Joyner's not afraid to shoot it, and that was in and out. Grabbed there by Joseph, and they're starting to control the defensive boards here, and Harrison with it. He's not in a hurry. Seems like they can play at either pace.
Yes, correct.
It doesn't seem to bother them what they're doing. Streamlow with it. Shaw's on him. Shaw turning, spinning to Streamlow, and that's good. And what a move on Shaw by Malachi Streamlow. And Traverse City, Michigan natives got some moves now. Wine Munson loses it. Whose ball is it?
Streamlow with 9 points in the second half.
He's been huge.
Yes, he has.
And now Saams will inbound it. And Shaw's got to be careful, too, with 3. And Clayton State's got to be careful down by 5, 8:30 to go in the second half. And Kobe Johnson about ready to get doubled here. He got it to Christian Chambers. Chambers will drive. Now he'll turn it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe Johnson with it. Now spinning and turning his Chambers. Good. So Chambers made it. And now it's 62-59, 8-10 to go in the second half. And Bird with a basketball. He'll get it there to Joseph. Joseph will try one, and that's good. That was Robinson, excuse me.
Robinson from deep.
Here's Shaw trying to come in, and he lost it and turned it over. That was not a good move there. And here they come on a floater, and that's no good, but they got it back out, and they'll swing it around. This game, you can feel it starting to change.
Yes. Momentum.
They're spreading Clayton State out, too. Here's Bird with it. Over to Robinson. Robinson over to Bird. 3 on the shot clock. Driving to the basket, no good. Still loose. Who's got it? It's going to stay Newberry's ball, and we've got immediate timeout, and a good thing for Clayton State. They're down by 6, 65-59, 7-15 to go in the second half. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Sports Conference Sports Network. Clayton State down by 6, 7-15 to go in the second half. Saams has 22. McCullum has 13, and Streamlow has 11 for Newberry. And this game's starting to change right now, and Clayton State needs to change the tide here and get the big man involved. And Robinson with a basketball. He got it up to Joseph, 18 on the clock. Back over to Robinson, left side. Now Bird has it, top of the key. Kobe Johnson on him. Now they give it to Streamlow. He's going to take the Shaw, and he scores. Strong move there, and now they're up by 8. 67-59. Chambers with a basketball. He thought about the three. He won't do it. Kobe Johnson gave it to Saams. Saams over to Joyner, and Clayton State needs a basket desperately here. They bounce pass it to Joyner. Get it down to the big man. They kick it back out for three for Chambers, and good! So Chambers fires and fills it, and it's 67-62, 6:30 to go in the second half. Good ball movement for Clayton State.
Yeah, Chambers with 7 points in his second half. But Streamlow for Newberry, he's been tough. He has 11 in the second half for Newberry.
Our Lakers need a stop here desperately. Bird with it, 10 on the clock. He got a pick, but they're going to call a foul on Kobe, no question about it. So the foul's on Kobe Johnson, and
looks like Newberry's going to slow down with the subs and go with.
They're going to take a timeout. We'll take 1, 2, 6, and 11 to go in the second half. The Lakers down by 5. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
That's his first one, if I'm not mistaken.
67-62. Welcome back to the lock. The Clayton State Classic. Todd Cordon along with David Jones. Georgia College won the first game today over Emmanuel 63-61 on 2 free throws by Richard Crawford, who ended up with 19 points with 1 second left. That was the difference. And our Peach Belt Conference rivals won the first game, and Clayton State trying to do the second here. Down by 5 with 6 minutes left. They get it to Streamlow. Streamlow trying to size up Shaw. He missed it. Shaw grabbed the rebound. It's still loose on the floor. Grabbed there by Downs, and he scores. Boy, that's just grit and toughness there and want to, and Newberry up by 7.
Drake Downs with 6 points in the second half. Like you said, scrappy Newberry team.
They have guys with want to, don't they, David?
Exactly.
As they say here in the South. Hey, Chris, there's Chambers from the free throw line. No good. They made him adjust his shot. Saams has it now. They give it in the corner. Chambers 3-ball, and good! He fires and fills it, and now it's 69-64.
Chambers with 10 points in the second half, keeping Clayton State somewhat within striking distance.
They are. There's no question about it. And you see Robinson with a basketball over to Downs. Downs spinning and turning. That's no good. Rebounded by the man in the middle, Shaw. And here comes Chambers. And if we can get Chambers going, get him a hot hand. Great pass to Saams. Had a block, but he got the buddy and got it in. So Saams got the buddy, and now it's a 2-point game.
Ricardo Saams, 24 points on the night.
He's been the star for Clayton State, no doubt about it. Need a stop here if you're the Lakers. They'll kick it back out and swing it around for a 3-ball, no good. Picked up there by Joyner. Joyner with it. Joyner over to Chambers, got it in the corner to Kobe. No, he just missed it. Streamlow with a rebound, and they still lead it by 2. 4:15 to play, starting getting towards crunch time. Bird with a basketball over to Shepard. Shepard back over to Bird. Left side, Robinson wide open. That's too easy, but he missed it. The rebound, they missed the bunny, did Streamlow, and that was too easy, and Clayton State was fortunate there.
Yes, they were. And, you know, as we said, they have to rebound, even with the big fella being in.
Did they call that on Shaw? They sure did. And Shaw can't believe it. That's his 4th, and Vince Alexander wants an explanation, and I don't blame him, and he is out on the floor, and I don't believe they called that on Shaw. That is stunning to me. I did not thought that was a foul on Shaw, but
wow.
I mean, he had position underneath. I mean, if anything, he got grabbed, but that's what they call, and you have to go with it if you're Clayton State. And David, now he has 4 fouls. They're going to take him out with 3:54 to play, down by 2, and it's the right decision for at least a minute or two, if you can stay in it.
Well, it's a gamble either way because they need his rebounding, but they don't need him to foul out.
Right, but the Lakers earlier were up 55-51 without him. They were really moving the basketball, and to me, if they can move it around and keep giving it to Saams and Xavier and Chambers can fill it up, they can win this thing.
I agree with what you're saying, but this Newberry team has been scrappy on the boards, and these second chance points is what's killing Clayton State in the second half. So it's kind of pick your poison. So Coach Alexander had to make a choice one way or the other.
Well, he's going to at least keep Shaw out for a minute and a half and see what happens, that's for sure. And that 4th foul, that changes the complexion, no question, because now Clayton State is going to be a shooting team and a driving team instead of a post-up team.
Exactly.
So we'll see. It'll be Newberry's basketball because the foul was on Shaw. So now we need some defense here, and Streamlow will inbound the ball. This is an important possession. They all are now, and you see they're in the bonus.
But pay attention to Newberry's lineup. This is a physical, gritty lineup that's going to crash the boards.
Clayton State better crash it. I agree with you. Here's Bird with it, and he'll get it. And Shepard down low to McCollum. I thought McCollum was going to shoot that one. He didn't. Instead, it was shot by Brown. He missed it, and Clayton State grabs it, and they leave Shaw in the game.
Yeah.
Surprised. I thought he was going to take him out. Boy, Vince knows his team better than anyone.
I would have left him in as well, and you just got to gamble with it with a little bit over 3 minutes left. You got to gamble.
Colby Johnson with it, and you have to trust your player. And that's a foul, no doubt about it. Chambers was tripped going to the rack, and that's going to be on Harrison. Oh, they called it on Shepard. That was his first, excuse me. So Clayton State with 20 on the shot clock, plenty of time. They'll get it into Saams. That's a good guy to have the basketball today. Chambers with it right side. He'll dribble, drive, and he's fouled. And that's going to be on Shepard. He's picked up a quick 2. So Clayton State racking up the fouls on Newberry, and that may become critical if they can get him in the bonus and make it a free throw game. We'll see. Chambers will inbound it, 20 on the clock. Now as Kobe Johnson has it, and he's got Bird all over him. Now he gets it down to Shaw at the free throw line. Shaw dribbling, driving, and blocked there by McCollum. Great job by McCollum.
Yes.
So Johnson will inbound it, and the Lakers will try a 3, and that's no good by Xavier Joyner. And now here they come with it, and Shepard coming all the way, and a great block by Shepard. And now Chambers has it. We're going the other way. Saams will have to kick it out. Here's Xavier. He got it over to Chambers. Chambers, go! It would have gone, and it would have counted, but he missed it, and he's fouled. And I'm not sure. That foul's on Bird. We'll find out when he goes to the line. He's shooting 2. That's Bird's 3rd foul, and oh, my goodness, had Chambers got that to go, we'd be sitting in a tie game, and he'd be shooting the free throw for the lead. But the iron wasn't kind for Chambers in Clayton State.
But let's not forget, big block by Shaw down there with 4 fouls.
Huge block as Chambers made the first free throw. That's an excellent point. Chambers is not on the floor. That's a basket. I mean, excuse me, if Shaw's not on the floor, I've got Chambers on the line here. You're right. Second one is, no, he just missed it. The iron wasn't kind to him. 69-68, 2 and 25 to play in the second half. And they have the basketball, does Bird, and now they're going to get a foul, and it's going to be on Joyner. How many? That's second on Xavier. And
great defense by Joyner.
Sure was. Now they're going to shoot free throws, and this game turns into a free throw game. It's critical.
Both teams are in the bonus.
They sure are, and that first one is good there by Bird, and those things are clutch. Caleb Bird, that freshman, we've mentioned his name several times today, and now they lead by 2. 2 and 19 to play in the second half, and the second one is no good. Grabbed by the man in the middle, Shaw. Here's Chambers with a basketball, and they'll set it up. Kobe Johnson with it. Kobe Johnson gives it over to Chambers. Chambers back over to Xavier, over to Kobe.
Newberry
Now over to Chambers. Chambers with it. There's a pass. It's tipped and turned over, and Brown has the basketball. I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, I was just going to say Newberry gambling and going into that zone defense instead of man.
Chambers all over Brown here. 15 on the shot clock. They don't have to be in a hurry. McCullum with it. McCullum got it to Brown. Brown 3-ball. That's no good. Grab. That's got to be a foul on Shepard over the back. And it is. And DeVario Shepard, the sophomore from Columbia. Now Clayton State. This is a free throw shooting game now.
Both teams have to convert.
No question, and Joyner going to the line, and you can hear Coach Taylor, free throw box, just don't stand there, and he's right. As Joyner missed the free throw, and now we're getting a crunch time, 1 and 30 left, the second half. Lakers down by 2. Brown with a basketball. Brown will give it down low to McCullum. McCullum jump put, no good, but McCullum got it back. McCullum missed again. It's still loose. Grabbed there by Streamlow. He put it back up, no good. Grabbed by Seals. Shepard, and now they got a fresh 13 on the clock now.
Newberry, second and third chance. Oh!
Great job. Brown went to the rack, and Shaw denied him. There's another chance. Loose again. This one's got to be on Newberry it is.
Second and third chance points. Shaw comes up with a huge block, and Clayton State able to get the rebound. Wow.
Fouls on Day McCullum. And I'll tell you what, Clayton State was really fortunate. They had 5 or 6 attempts, and it just wouldn't fall for them. And now Shaw can tie it up with 2 free throws, and you can see Jason Taylor is steaming. He's letting the officials have it.
Wow.
It's an intense game. Here's Shaw, and he missed it, and he wasn't even close, to be honest with you. And now they have the basketball, 25 on the shot clock, 50 in the second half, and here is Brown. Brown's going to spin it out, and Shaw, don't get your 5th foul. So now they'll hold it. 10 on the shot clock. Brown driving up, and no good. Shaw grabbed it. What do we have here? This is a critical call here.
Another foul on Newberry.
And it's on McCullum. I wonder how many he has.
McCullum only has 1, if I'm not mistaken.
We've had some things go wrong. We're not able to get our constant printouts on the statistics in this game. So now 33 seconds left. Shaw gets a chance to redeem himself at the line for 2, and he's got to get them. There's the first one, 70-69. Each team in the bonus. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest now. We could get another overtime. Do you believe this?
We sure could.
Second one is good. The man in the middle tied it, and Vince Coleman's going to take a timeout. We will too. Tied at 70. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. tied at 70. Todd Corder along with David Jones and partner. What do you expect them to do? They can hold it down to 3 seconds left. Do you expect them to go inside? What do you expect them to do?
They're going to the basket. I don't see them winning this on a long three. They're going to go to the basket and try and get fouled.
Clayton State going with a man-to-man full-court press. They're going to try to take it away as now Bird has the basketball. He just gave it up to Shepard. Shepard has it. Chambers on him. He almost turned it over. Staying with him. 19 on the shot clock. Got it in there to McCollum. McCollum will drive and take it to the rack. No good. Ball's loose. Grabbed by Joyner. Clayton State can win it right here. Kobe Johnson going to the basket and he scores. 9 seconds to play. Now they throw it down to the other end. McCollum on the block. He had it blocked there by Shaw. It's still loose, and what do we get? What did they call on the floor? We're about to find out. It's on Saams. It is on Ricardo Saams. 3.3 left. And look who's going to the free throw line. Caleb Bird, a freshman. He's about ready to get baptized right here. You got a freshman on the road. You're down by 2. You need to make each one of them. A baptism is coming. We'll take a timeout. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. .72 to 73.3 seconds to go. Caleb Bird, the freshman from Malden High School, South Carolina, going to the game. And you mentioned here privately a minute ago, let's make it publicly. Got to give Vince Alexander a lot of credit to leave Shaw in the game.
Yes, it was definitely a huge gamble, and it's paid dividends. With Shaw being an experienced senior on this team, he was able to stay out of that critical 5th foul, come up with some key blocks to keep Clayton State in this game. And here we are, 72-70. We'll see what the freshman can do.
Coach hasn't won 349 games for nothing. This will be 350 if he gets it. It'll be a special one. The crowd trying to affect Bird on the free throw, and it is good. Nothing but music.
Wow.
The freshman is not awed at all.
Ice veins for the freshman, able to knock down the first.
Here comes the all-important second one. Better box out Clayton State. It's good. We're tied at 72.
Tied at 72.
And
wow.
Clayton State will take a timeout. And let's stay here. This is too important. The strategy is important. I think they're going to double Shaw, and the Lakers are going to have to shoot it to win it. And my guy to get it is Xavier Joyner or Christian Chambers.
Joyner or Kobe Johnson. And this type, but you have Christian Chambers, who's been hot in this second half, who has 11 points in the second half. So
that's why I mentioned him.
You don't have enough time to get it to the big fella down low. So those are your 3 options to win this game or go to overtime.
Well, let's hope they win it. We've already seen 1 overtime. I mean, goodness gracious. You know, what would be wild is if we got 4 this weekend. I could rest my voice for a day and then do games on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I've done 15 hockey games in 3 days, all 2 hours apiece, so I can handle this. Kobe Johnson will inbound the basketball. Clayton State will try to get its first win of the young season against a very good Newberry team. Christian Chambers with it. 1 second, shoot, it's up, and it is no good. He wouldn't have made it anyhow. I don't think he got it off in time, and now we'll go to overtime. We'll take a break, tied at 72. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. There's a saying in baseball, they say free baseball. Well, why can't we use it in basketball? We had free basketball the first game between Georgia College and Emmanuel when Georgia College won at 63-61 on two Richard Crawford free throws with 1 second left. Now we have free basketball again. Clayton State and Newberry tied at 72, and the Lakers got the tip. I'm sorry.
Let's not forget, Shaw has 4 fouls still.
You know, I knew you were going to tell me that. I just didn't want to hear it. Saams with a basketball. 18 to go on the shot clock. He's got, 22 today? Oh, they waved it off. Shaw looked like the foul was on the floor.
He's going to go to the line.
Yep, it was fouled. I heard 1-3 is the foul, is what I heard.
Yeah, it's on Streamlow. That's 3 on him.
Yep, Streamlow. So Jalen Shaw will shoot 2 important free throws again, and this one's just too strong off the back of the board. Tied at 72, and you know, if the Lakers had just made their free throws down the stretch, we'd have Vince Alexander sitting right next to us talking post game, but
exactly.
That's not it. And Shaw in the second one is good. And the Lakers now lead 73-72. 4:40 to go in this overtime. And they bring it up. Does Harrison with a basketball. Harrison with it. Kobe on him. Robinson with it. Back over to Bird up top. Bird with it. Bird right side. Bird got it over there to Robinson. They get it down low to McCollum. McCollum will spin and turn with a jump hook, and that was a pretty shot there.
Shot, yeah.
My
McCollum.
goodness. And they lead it by 1, 4 and 8 to play here in the overtime, 74-73.
McCollum with 15 points on the game.
Joyner with it. Got it to the man in the middle, but he's on the baseline. He'll give it back up. That's a turnover, and Chambers can't jump that high, and now the Lakers turn it over 74-73. And the Lakers just need a win for their psyche a little, too. I mean, you have all these heartbreaking losses. Bird with a basketball. Bird got a pick there from McCollum. He got it back to McCollum. McCollum tries a 3. That's no good. Rebound by Saams, and they'll give it over to Xavier Joyner, and here's Joyner with it. The Saams 3 ball, no good, not close. Rebounded by Shaw, he got it back out. Kobe Johnson will get himself in trouble, bounce it out to Joyner for 3, that's no good. Don't get a 5th foul there, Shaw, he did not. Here comes Bird with it. Bird will give it, and driving to the rack, and an excellent move there was Robinson, and now we've got a foul. Who's the foul on? Oh, they didn't call a foul. So they turned it over.
They call a turn?
Yes, so Clayton State will have it down by 3, 3 and 10 to play in the second half. Kobe Johnson with a basketball. He'll get over there to Joyner, back over to Kobe. Kobe Johnson with it over to Xavier. Yes, they are. Back over to Xavier. They want Clayton State to shoot it from the cheap seats. And there's a foul there as Saams grabbed it. You're right. They want him to chuck it from the cheap seats. They don't want Shaw to touch the basketball at all.
Yep.
As you'll see, Shepard and Brown come in. The question is who will come out for Newberry. We'll find out shortly. Saams on the free throw, and that first one is good. 76-74. Joseph is going to come out. Who's going to join him? That's going to be Bird. So need this free throw here desperately. Does Clayton, State, and Saams, and how many will that give him? If he puts it in, it's
26.
good. No, how many?
26.
26. Nothing but string music on the free throws. You can play a violin with that. 76-75, 2:50 to go. McCollum with the basketball. He'll drive on Shaw. And what a shot by McCollum. Shaw was all over him. 78-75. Just a great shot by Day-Day McCollum from Clio, South Carolina, Marlboro County High School. Here's Saams with it over to Chambers. Chambers right side with it. Saams may set a pick for him, he does, but it's not going to help. There's Chambers with a floater, that's no good, and that's grabbed by Streamlow. Streamlow, they'll bring it up. Here's Robinson with it. Robinson with a basketball, he'll give it over to Streamlow. Streamlow over to McCollum. McCollum sees the three-point line, he thought about it. He'll give it over to Robinson. Robinson's pass, got it right to McCollum. McCollum doubled, still loose, picked up, and now we're going to get a foul on the floor. Let's see who that is. It's on Chambers, Christian Chambers.
His second.
His third foul. So they're going to the free throw line now, and this is just so critical. As you'll see, Andrew Robinson go to the line from Lexington, South Carolina, River Bluff High School. That free throw is no good, but my goodness, McCollum got the rebound. He's backing Saams down, and now we're going to get a foul. And that's probably... It's on Kobe Johnson, not Saams. So now they'll go right back where they started, which is the free throw line, and they're going to shoot two. And the hard work by Day-Day McCollum is paying off. The first one is no good. Still 78-75 with 1:50 to play in the second half. Do you believe this?
Both teams in the double bonus.
Second one is good, and every point is huge. And checking in is Johnson, checking out is McCollum, and got to take advantage of, got to get Shaw the ball now with McCollum out.
They're going to stay in that 1-2-2, though.
They sure are.
Looks like they're going 1-3-1 now.
They switched to 1-3-1, and they're pressuring the basketball. Here's Kobe Johnson, he turns it over. Brown has it, 1:35 to play. 79-75, they're winning at the Wolves, and solid team, and they turn it over. So here's a chance for Kobe Johnson. Oh, goodness, they kept it. Joyner hustled and got it back. Here's Xavier to the rack. Circus shot, no good. Grabbed by Streamlow, and here they come with it. Is Shepard. Shepard taking it, and he scores. And now they're up by 6, and 2 Lakers are down. One is Saams, and who's the other Laker down, partner? Can you tell who it is?
I can't tell. Is that Chambers?
Not sure. No. I can't tell. It's 81-75. They lead it. That's Xavier Joyner, who just came back from being injured, and let's hope he's okay. And you can see head coach Vince Alexander having a conversation with officials, and biggest concern for Clayton State is Xavier Joyner. They have got to have him healthy.
Yeah.
He's getting up slowly. The crowd gives him a nice ovation. He is one tough kid, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
We can't speculate what's wrong with him. He keeps grabbing his back of his head, and we don't know. But hopefully now it's a 6-point. Right. Clayton State down by 6 and not a lot of time left. Each team in the bonus, as we mentioned earlier, 81-75. And Saams will inbound it to Kobe Johnson, and it's one of those gotta-have-it moments now.
Got to get a quick score. You have to.
Harper with the ball. They'll swing it to Chambers, right side. Get it over to Saams. Great pass to the big man, and he scores. So 81-77, less than a minute to play in overtime. Robinson with a basketball. Clayton State's got to get him to turn it over. Robinson being guarded by Chambers, and now McCollum with it. McCollum going to the rack, and he scores. And that's the product of Shaw having 4 fouls there. Now they're bringing this Kobe, and he's fouled. So Kobe Johnson's fouled. 40.9 to play. That foul's on Robinson. And now 2 huge free throws, and Newberry takes a timeout. We'll take one too. The Lakers down by 4. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Two important free throws here at the lock for Clayton State, down by 6. Now they're down by 5. 83-78. First one's good by Kobe Johnson. Second one is nothing but string music, 83-79. I thought that's what the score was, but they changed the board during the break. So now, they bring it out. Streamlow does. They're being pressed. Streamlow and Robinson are. He comes all the way to the basket. He'll give it right there. Great job by Shaw not to get his 5th foul, and he's fouled. McCollum.
Oh, and he's fouled, and it stops the clock.
Right.
Take this down to 2 with 2 made free throws. That's a big mistake on Newberry at the half, and that's why the coach is upset right now.
That's why.
They just stopped the clock.
Right, Jason Taylor said, we don't need that. We don't need that. He's right. So now. So they missed the first one, is Jalen Shaw, and he's got to have this one, partner. Second one is no good. He missed each one of them, and my goodness, you can't have it. Now Kobe Johnson has to foul Caleb Bird, and the freshman who put the game in overtime with free throws will have a chance to potentially ice it for Newberry. My goodness.
Free throws. That's going to be the name of this game. Watch, this got away from Clayton State. Free throws. They missed a number of them down the stretch.
There's nothing but string music. That's in. Now 84-79, 23 and a half seconds left. The Lakers are up against it. The second one is nothing but music. Now Clayton State's got to hurry. They've got to hurry, down by 6. Look at Chambers. He's smart. He's like, all right, I'll pick it up now and save some time. Chambers going to the basket. He'll give it to Shaw, and there's a foul on the play. And is it against Clayton State? It's against Chambers, isn't it? How many's he got?
4.
That's 4, but more importantly, my goodness, they have the basketball, and time in the scoreboard is definitely against them, and McCollum's got it. Now they'll foul Streamlow, and he'll go to the line, and Malachi Streamlow, the Michigan native, has a chance to
This could put it away.
Here, no question about it. Another tough potential loss for Clayton State. They've been in every game this season. They made the first one. That's 86-79. Basketball is a game of matchups, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And And there's the second one. It's good. And I think their depth was the difference today. Do you?
Absolutely.
Clayton State's got to hurry. Here comes Kobe with it, down by 8, 17 seconds left. Kobe Johnson with it. He'll go right to the basket. Nobody will contest him. It's a 6-point game. Now you need a steal if you're Clayton State. Now they're going to throw a baseball pass. They're going to get it right to Shepard. Shepard's got the basketball. Time's ticking. They'll play keep away over to Johnson. Johnson will get it over to Streamlow, and Streamlow will get it over to Bird, and that's going to do it. And they win it 87-81 does Newberry, and we'll be right back, David and I, as Clayton State drops to 8-4. Newberry moves to, I believe, 3-1. Yes, let's see, Newberry does move. Now Newberry moves to 2-2. So Newberry moves to 2-2. Clayton State moves to 8-4. And we'll be back with everything here on the post game. Newberry wins it 87-81 over Clayton State. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
No, you can wait. If you need to wait, just wait.
Clayton State played a tough one today. They lost 87-81 to Newberry, and we have head coach Vince Alexander with the Lakers with myself and David. And coach, another close loss down the stretch. Free throws really hurt us.
Free throws absolutely killed us. You're absolutely right. You know, we had some really good free throw shooters at the line at the end of the game. Xavier Joyner got to the line. He missed. I think Jalen Shaw missed too. I mean, just those two, if they'd have made those 4 shots, ball game. It's over. But we didn't make them. You know, Jalen hasn't played ball or practice in probably 5 weeks. So, you know, all he had was one practice to prepare for this game. So he's not in the form and shape that we need him to be. Then we lose Brian Coffey today. He doesn't play. So it just seems like, you know, it's one thing after another. But nevertheless, Todd, I thought we should have won the game. We got to get better at getting stops when they count. And we have to be able to knock down free throws in clutch situations, especially at home.
Assess the performance of Jalen Shaw. You know, in the first half, he only had 1 foul, and he had 7 points. But, you know, then the second half, he picked up 2 quick fouls, and that's been something you've been trying to teach him to stay out of foul trouble. And, you know, our kids, good news is they were able to stay in it with him out. But assess his performance overall. He still didn't foul out. He had 4, so he did good after he got into foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean, overall for his, you know, being out as long as he's been out and just coming back, you know, I thought he played hard. Obviously, he's not in great condition. He's just not in basketball shape mentally or physically. He's just not there. He's been out. And he didn't, you know, he wasn't able to do some things because he had, you know, something going on with his foot as well. So I would say, you know, if I had to give him a grade, you know, I still give him a C. I think he, you know, missed some easy ones around the basket. He also missed some clutch free throws. And so, you know, those are things that you have to be able to do to win games. And, we needed that from him, and we weren't able to get it.
Coach, one of the big things in the second half that I saw was they went ahead and went to the adjustment of a zone to try and take away from getting the ball down low into Shaw. And they seemed somewhat successful because in the first half, what really happened was he was able to have his way down low when they went man-to-man. But when they went to that kind of 1-2-2 to try and take away from Shaw, some of the, Christian Chambers was able to get hot in the second half, but they were able to take away Shaw. You think that was the difference in this game?
Well, I think it made a huge difference in the game because we didn't execute against the zone. We have some really good things that we can run against the zone, and we didn't execute. It just comes down to that, David. We just did not execute against the zone. We have to be better, and so we're going to continue to work, going to continue to get better. We have him here now, so we have Jalen here now. We can try to get him in shape, do some things, but he's got to be better, and we got to be better.
Speaking of being good today, Ricardo Saams was incredible. 10 of 14 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, perfect from the free throw line, 7 boards, and 26 points. Just a tremendous effort.
Yes, Ricardo did a good job today. Don't want to take anything away from his performance. Did a really nice job. He had missed a crucial block out at the end of the game down here that cost us. They missed a free throw, and he didn't box out. They got a rebound and scored, and that hurt us a little bit. But, overall, I thought he had a great performance today. We're very proud of him. We asked him, today, was that today the day that he was going to come out of his slump? And he said yes, and I thought he did that.
I thought Kobe Johnson in place of Brian Coffey played well. He had 17 points. And to me, that was a great shot for you guys, for Kobe to step up. He's been playing well so far this season. I look at Kobe, whether you bring him off the bench or if you start him, that leadership he brings is going to be important come January and February.
Yeah, it's going to be real important. And Kobe has grown a lot. He's grown a lot in our program. He's becoming a leader. He is trying to run this team. And like you said, David, he does a good job whether he starts or whether he comes off the bench. He comes in and he wants to try to do some things to help us win the game. And, he did that today. I thought he did a great job today.
Coach, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time. We know you need to go talk to the team. Really appreciate it. Good effort today, and you're right back at it tomorrow. Not much time for a rest, and you're playing one heck of opponent. You saw
Georgia College.
Yeah, I know, against Georgia College, and wow,
it's just another tough game.
Sure will be.
We're going to have to play, but we're going to have to forget about this one real quick, and we'll have to move on. And God willing, we'll come out tomorrow ready to play, ready to fight, and we get that win.
Well, we'll find out. You play Emmanuel at 3 p.m. Newberry is going to play Georgia College at 1 p.m.
Yes,
Thank you, Coach, for coming in today, as always. Thanks for being on the podcast earlier in the week. Really appreciate that. I'll have you back again soon. And hopefully we're sitting here tomorrow with a victory.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Head coach Vince Alexander of your Clayton State Lakers. Todd Court along with David Jones, and it's a season of almost for Clayton State. They could be 4-0, but they're not. They're 0-4, and we mentioned the positives today. And boy, I tell you, this Newberry team, when you look at the statistics, one that stands out is points in the paint, 54 to 36. Yes. They just pounded us relentlessly with 10 men.
Scrappy, very scrappy. I mean, relentless, definitely relentless. And, it was one of those situations without the big fella in there, they were sending everybody to the boards to crash. And, as we said, it also would look like paid big dividends is as we noticed earlier, them subbing 4 and 5 at a time. So when it came down to money time, they were on those boards hard, and it looked like, I'm not going to say it looked like they wanted it more. It looks like they were just fresher.
They were fresher. They out-rebounded Clayton State 46-34. Let's go to tomorrow real quick. They'll play Emmanuel. This is basically the same script they're going to face tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. I look at it tomorrow as I think Jalen will be a little bit better because, you know, this was his first game back, as Coach said, and I'm looking at this like Jalen will be even more effective. I only hope that Ricardo plays the way he played today. My goodness, I mean, he looked like an all-conference player out there today.
He sure
played
did.
well. He was effective inside and out. One of the things for Clayton State that's going to have to be corrected is rebound as a team and cut down on those points in the paint. That was big. That was really that, and if you can knock down the free throws, that's game.
That's the difference in the game. The Lakers moved to 0-4. They'll play Emmanuel, who had a tough loss in overtime today.
Yes, they did.
To Georgia College. We'll see how they respond. We'll see how Clayton State responds. I'll be back. I'll have the doubleheader tomorrow. I'll be by myself for the 1 p.m. game with Newberry and Georgia College. And at 3 p.m., I will have the Clayton State Emmanuel game. Yes, I'll have the doubleheader. So till then, wishing everyone a pleasant evening. Your Lakers lost it. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully the Lakers will get their first victory of the season. For Todd Corder and David Jones, have a great night, everybody. This is Clayton State Lakers basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.